took a really long time to make. It's been in the works for too long, if you ask me. I made that. The Adventures of Hyperman began as a CD-ROM game in 1995, and it was the baby of Ken Core, Kevin O'Donnell, and Greg Southard. The goal is to teach kids about nature and biology in a fun sci-fi superhero theme. If you ask me, that's a pretty earnest thing to do. But have you heard of it? No, probably not. Let's find out why. Yeah, I own it. For real. Physically. How about this glorious thing? My most prized possession, you might say. Pop that thing out and start playing it. The laptop doesn't have a DVD player. Well, just no time better than to bust out old reliable. Alrighty, let's get to this. Perfect. This is the game. Say hello. Easy does. Huh? I'm now in 1995, Windows 3.1. Just gotta click H and...
Alright, time to go, Hyper! That's right, I'm a Hyperman! Cha-cha-cha!
You know, I don't think I actually knew what I was getting myself into until I got here, but here we are. Now, after that beauty, we're treated to this cutscene. And even with how weirdly small the video and, well, the rest of the game is for whatever reason, these cutscenes are pretty nice. Nothing amazing, but they have that Saturday morning cartoon charm that the game seems to be going for. The actual story is that Entrobe and Kid Chaos, these two kind fellows right here, escaped their prison that Hyperman put them in, thanks to something MSC² did. They don't explain it very well.
How did an asteroid break that warp? It was supposed to be indestructible.
That wasn't an asteroid, it was a mathematical meteor accidentally created by a teenage genius on Earth.
I mean, they try, but they don't do it well. So Hyperman is tasked by the Galactic Force with trapping him again, before they have to destroy Earth.
Wait, what's going on?
Well, let me put it this way, kid. Your planet's a goner.
Now that's fun.
The game can be pretty charming. The cast is great, they're voiced pretty well. Especially Hyperman and Intro, and by voiced well, I mean.
No way! I'm Hyperman! Hypersize things.
Hypersize?
Oh, yeah!
Have fun, but be back by 8. You know how I worry.
So that's all good. But as for the actual gameplay.
What's the deal with walking?
This is the deal breaker that keeps you from saying, oh, the Adventures of Hyperman is surprisingly good. No, it's slow. And the bulk of the gameplay is just this in trial and error. The first thing Intro does is create this termite monster. The Terminator.
Terminator!
Cute. Since Hyperman sucks at fighting, we have to create our own mutated monster. But you can't mutate stuff that fast. It will take 1,000,000 years. But if we combine Emma's micro terrarium with Hyperman's PDA technology, we can adjust hydration, temperature, and time. This is a really cool idea, if not really annoying with the sound effects. That's enough sound effects. Please stop! Creating mutants is one of the few instances where the game shows a lot of creativity, since you're trying to make an animal that doesn't even exist yet. The designers and writers came up with ideas and designs like this dragon viper, a stone frog, howling squirrel, look-down fish, megamorph snail. Alright, let's do this.
A megamorph snail! Emma, the answer to our dreams! Good choice, player! Time to hit the Coliseum! Let's do it! It's time to kick some mutant tush! Emma, the...
Jesus fucking Christ.
Ladies, gentlemen, and intergalactic visitors, it's time And the winner is... Entrobe's Terminator.
And this is where I started to get really annoyed. This is what I meant by trial and error. Since your lab is the hub for most things that you do, you gotta go back there over and over again for whenever you do a thing. Couple that with the slow walking, it's just pure tedium that's only leveraged slightly by how silly things get. Every time you return, the announcer gets a new set of dialogue until he gets really tired of us. And the Pokemon battles are never shown, as we only get these goofy reactions. Huh? What's this? Music? Yeah, the sound design in this game is also really weird. Sometimes characters act like they're talking when sound effects play. The music we have is like 8-second loops, but that hardly matters because more often than not, we don't have music. Just silence. And bad sound effects. Hey guys, you're kind of just letting them get away. They're right there, guys. Do something! So yeah, I tried like 5 times until I finally decided to go for this stone frog. Like I went for these other animals, the ones that had like really strong bites, this one had poison, stuff with like cool attributes to them that wasn't just big. This game's made for 7-year-olds though, so what was I thinking, right?
Look at the size of that stone frog! That's bigger than Mom!
The rest of the game is pretty similar, but rarely showing the same level of creativity. Like the next game is this mirror puzzle that you've probably swapped spit with at least one browser game. Really not anything special.
This bomb is protected from any hypermetalling by the subtle, impenetrable ice shield, meltable only with sunlight. It is fully equipped with this handy on and off switch with deluxe quartz timer. It is ideal for any sort of volcano blasting or in a pinch, a taco. Who was that?
The next dastardly thing Entrobe does is launch cows into this random castle. You get enough methane to destroy the atmosphere by using it to fuel a hot air balloon. So Hyperman transforms into his camouflage and launches himself into the castle and steals the balloon.
Nice try.
No, please, I don't want to do the balloon thing. No, please, no, it sucks.
I'm tired of talking about it!
Entrobe wants to nap with his teddy bear, but the evil Hyperman and Emma sneak into his house to steal it for the trap. Oh yeah, the trap. Throughout the game, you collect things Entrobe likes to put them into this trap thing. You collect the stuff in Hyperman's PDA, which just kinda does everything. Unfortunately, you are not allowed to do a lot with it that could definitely stop Entrobe in an instant. Like, hypersizing. You could grow and shrink stuff, but actually no you can't. Emma tries to do it, but only shrinks herself, leaving Hyperman all alone.
I mean, she's really tiny, Entrobe's out of control, I have no guide, and the fate of the planet hangs in the balance. I'll give her 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Ooh!
Emma! Emma, where are you?
I don't know. You'll have to find me. And I don't care if it takes 20 minutes. We're not going to let anybody quarantine Earth.
Okay, 2 things. How the hell are you calling me? Who let their child in the office? You do this boring thing where you load a sample of granite, go all the way back to the lab, which takes like an hour, scan it into the microscope, go all the way back, hypersize Emma and the teddy bear back to their normal size. You finish the trap, turn it on, this weird choppy animation happens, and Kid Chaos accidentally forces Entrobe into the trap, ending the game. Wait, it's over?
Hooyah, hooyah, bingo, bongo! We did it!
Yet despite how long it ends up feeling because the walk cycle is slower than the Megamorph snail, this game is incredibly short. Honestly, it's a shame, because this game does have some good ideas. It just never realizes them. It's not fun to play, but it ends up being really charming because the writing is like a Saturday morning cartoon. It can be really creative at times, and those cutscenes are actually a ton of fun. But there's no reason to play this game. So that's it, right? Talked about the game, it's about what I expected. So the video's over, right? So here's the thing about the Adventures of Hyperman show. It only had 1 season of 13 episodes, all of which are completely lost. What we have left are 3 screenshots, 2 clips of 2 different episodes, and some CBS promos. The screenshots only show the logo, Hyperman and his dog, apparently named Stud Puppy. What do you want me to say about that? Look at this fucking logo. The bottom of the H is an M. This sure is a step up from the game's Times New Roman. The clips are the real meat of things, getting us like 2 minutes of actual footage. Despite that, these clips are not the English dub. They're part of some Spanish dialect, but from what I can gather, the show stopped being about education and the animation took an absolute nosedive. I'm pretty sure this longer one is just multiple clips from the same episode too. Even weirder than that, the only reason this guy, Anime GXYZ, even has this footage on his channel is because they featured this redesigned, aged up Emma getting gagged. Seriously, that's his entire channel. And this is most of the only footage we have of Hyperman. But what about the CBS promos? Well, the bullshit about those is that out of the 3, only one shows animation from the show. It's 6 seconds long and features the catchphrase, but yeah. The other 2? Yeah, that's animation from the games.
That's not a cow! That's Hyperman! Get him!
With an intergalactic superhero.
That's Hyperman! Get him!
The all-new adventures of Hyperman.
It's time to go hyper! Well, time to go hyper.
There were plans to give Hyperman a home video release, probably a movie or something. That never happened. There are also plans to make more Hyperman video games, but those fell through because Hyperman just proved to be unsuccessful. I heard some rumors about there being a comic book, but I'm pretty sure that's false. There's also some merchandise of this gross looking toy and this overpriced t-shirt. That's it. That's all I could find. Unless someone finds their VHS recording of one of the English episodes of Hyperman in their parents' attic, this is where the story ends. Or is it? The URL, hyperman.com, is the final chapter of this unimportant story. The website reportedly held an educational game or some shit, but it's completely inaccessible nowadays. The URL has been thrown around everywhere, and we've seen it used for basically PNC enlargement scams. Great, I dug deeper to find anything I could possibly find, but all I found was one more screenshot and some ad that I almost thought was fan art. No, the only piece of fan art that seems to exist online is this thing that I myself commissioned. I found a handful of fans who actually apparently liked the game at some point. But no one ever actually talks about it. This game came with my first computer, and I began back in 1995. Does anyone else remember Hyperman? Hashtag Hyperman. Hashtag 1995. Hashtag 90s nostalgia. And I found this chain on Tumblr too. It came on my computer too. I think I still have it around here. Oh my gosh, I love this game. But we lost it somewhere and I don't know where we lost it. OMG, I remember this game and Pajama Singing. Now I want to play them. I think about this game all the time. It's good to know other people remember it. I was also young. I'm surprised I recall it so easily. It's hard to forget Nightmares. It seems that Hyperman will probably just end up as an obscure, stupid game with an obscure, stupid show that barely even exists. It's a piece of obscurity that only means a lot to me because my online alias ended up being that. When it comes to who even owns the IP, the trademark is owned by Illumina Productions, which is still around. Meanwhile, several other companies involved have gone defunct or eaten up by companies like Sony. Fun. So I guess I'll see how much it will cost to buy off this IP. Until then, we're just gonna have to wait.
New challenges are waiting just ahead.